Hey guys, so in today's episode, we're gonna break down how to get this kind of look, to get images like this one. So recently I've been getting inspired a lot by AI images and Blender artists, and I've seen quite a few people create these sort of looks using Blender and AI. I thought, what a great way to actually do this in camera and show you guys how to do this. So let's break down this first look. Again, like the previous YouTube video that I put out, I used a lot of projector attachments to really control the light and shape it just how I want it. The light behind me is coming from the Nanlite 720B with the 19-degree projector attachment. I used the cutters to shape it as a square, as you can see behind me, which looks like a kind of window. You know, you can also use a big LED source behind you if you don't have like a projector attachment. I've been using a lot of blue colors recently, and that's kind of the vibe that I've been going for. But you can also use anything like a 500C or a 300C maybe to control the color precisely if you don't have gels. But obviously, you know, these lights do cost money, so it can add up quite quickly. So next I wanted to add a really thin line of light under the blue window, and I wanted that to be a warm color. So I used the Nanlite 60C with a 90-degree projection attachment, and I set the color temperature to 2700 Kelvin. And again, I used the cutters inside the projection attachments to shape the line behind me. 720B is set to 100% at 5600 Kelvin, and I've got that about 7 meters away from the background, just so that the window is big enough to sort of cover my shoulder and head. I don't want it to be too large. I don't want it to be too distracting from the image. Then I wanted to highlight just the eyes on the face, and this is actually quite difficult without a model, so maybe using a mannequin can help here. And for this, again, I'm using a 200D, and I'm using another projection attachment, 36-degree projection attachment, to shape the light again with the cutters just around the eyes. And then to my left-hand side, I've got Pavo Slim 120C set to 100%, about a meter and a bit away from me with a softbox and a grid, and I've got that set to a blue color. What's great about the projection attachment is that you can shape the light in almost any way you want. So at the moment I've got it shaped as a square, but I'm gonna change it now to a full circle. Let's see what this looks like. This is another look that you can create with the projection attachment. You can have a full circle. This is kind of a 3/4 of a circle. I'm gonna see what it looks like if we pull the full curtain up. All right guys, so now we have the full circle behind me. I think this can be really cool for music videos. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with adding the gobos in. So Nanlite actually do quite a few different gobos. These are the small ones that you can put in the 60C projection attachment, but you can also have the bigger ones that you can put in the 500C, the 720B. All right guys, so for the second look, I used this gobo by Nanlite. Again, you can go online and find a custom gobo provider and create the exact shapes that you want. The only thing I would say is that we kind of want to do lighting with purpose. So if you're not sort of doing it with clear purpose, then maybe it's not going to work out. So I always try and ask myself, what feeling am I trying to portray in this image? This has really sharp edges, almost like broken glass. So maybe for this sort of thing, maybe, I don't know, I don't think it's the right look and feel for the image that I had in my mind, because it feels quite uneasy on the eye. So I'm going to change the gobo again and we'll see what we can get. Alright guys, so one thing about these lights is they do get pretty hot pretty quickly, especially when you're using high power lights like the 720B. And when you use a projector as well, it kind of condenses the light even more, so it gets really hot. So you want to make sure that you're using gloves for this. I'm getting my hands on the 300C soon, and this is going to allow me to project the light and choose color without having to use gels. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm posting daily on Instagram, so if you enjoyed this sort of stuff, do engage with it. It does really help with the algorithm. And yeah, as always, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.